You don't know at the Real Things podcast. Hey yo!
Hello, guys. Welcome to the Real Things podcast. It is a beautiful Monday, sunny on the outside. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. How's your weekend? How is things? How are things in your neck of the woods? Guys, even though it's beautiful on the outside, inside me, my heart is really, really paining. Today is a day that we will have to sit together as a family and reason this thing out. Guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome firstly. If you have not subscribed, please take the time out to subscribe to the podcast. Let us just grow this family, please. And for those of you who are here, have been here for, a long time, my original buddies, welcome back. Remember to leave a like on your way in and let us all meet in the comment section. Today we are going into Guyana for the first time. We will be taking it to South America for the first time. Guys, I want to reason with you as a family. Today, we want to take a look at an incident that happened over in Guyana. I want to take this time out also, to just say to anyone, anyone who happened to come across this video, or anyone, let alone who's been going through, anything like some of the words I don't even want to use on the podcast, abuse mentally, physically, torture, torment. I want to take the time out to just have a word with you guys. Reassuring word. Just remember that you guys are always in our hearts. Me talk about me and my family them. You're always in our prayers, in our thoughts. Ain't no pretty out there. Guys, the hearts of mankind have become so cold and wicked. I want to take this time, guys, to say justice must be served for Adriana Young out of Guyana. I know a lot of you may have come across this story for the past couple days. No, it's probably going on 3 days, 4 days now. No, today's Monday, Friday, Saturday. About 3 days, going on to 4 days. Now, one Adriana Young was at the double door, whatever the name of the hotel. Can't even, it's not really even relevant at this time. One Adriana Young, 11 years old, just went for a day with her grandma and other relatives at this hotel on I think it's the east bank of Demerara, somewhere in those confines, those vicinity rather. And what was supposed to be a happy day or a happy time for this little young, like I don't even want to put the child's face here. You guys, you can actually go and check it out. What was supposed to be a happy time for this 11-year-old with her grandma? You know how grandma days and time with your grandma can be so nice. When granny come for you, and when you're staying with granny, say different. It hit different, and you look forward to these times. Except that, except if it is like a miserable grandma, or some of them miserable, and it's just love. They're trying to teach you the right things. But anyway, guys, what should have been one of the happier moments of little Adriana Young turned out to be horrific, horrifying. It's a sad time indeed. Before I go into the video or the clip, rather, guys, I want to make a disclaimer here that viewer discretion is advised because today's clip, you know, it might disturb some people. You understand? It might disturb some people. But as mothers, as grandmothers, we are going to have to stand up some more and face the music as is. Because the more we look around, the more we continue to look around, it's touching every one of us, or every two or every third or second person. It's like, I'm even last word. Every third or second person is being touched by something of this kind of nature. So, due to the nature of today's topic, viewer discretion is advised. So, this little baby has now been sent home to her maker. I'm trying to choose words. Come on, guys, work with me, work with me. I'm trying to select the right words to maintain advertiser friendly episode today. This little girl has been sent home to meet her maker based on the fact that whomever whomever saw it fit in their twisted mind to take this little child home to glory, to unalive this little child in their twisted mind. This poor innocent soul who was supposed to be having fun times with her grandma and the rest of the family turned up missing and remained missing for some 12 hours. No one knows what really transpired during those hours. This whole ordeal resulting in family members and the people them started to, come out and decide, say, the way how the authorities are dealing with this matter after it was reported that the little child was missing. The people them had to take the matters in their own hands, which resulted in the hotel being set on fire. Demonstration, massive demonstration. Even what you would call him now, the corporal or whomever he is, them brown uniform ones, been sent on administrative leave. At one point in time, somewhere in the video, you could see the man on his phone. You could see the officer on his phone, and they're just leaving the crowd to do whatever they want. The scene, the scene was basically reached. I'm trying to find the words. I'm just like any normal person, just trying to find the words while I speak to you guys. The scene of what should be like a crime scene, nobody caught enough anything. It's like everybody was left, every and anybody was left to do whatever they want to do. It was friends and family who was sent, based on what I heard in the video, that one of the parent was, the father of the child was saying at one point in time, one of the officers told him, take 5 of your family members and go and search inside, after they couldn't turn up with the child. So the dad was saying, why should he take family members? What about you guys who is supposed to go in and search? Why should I take family members? Why not everybody go in and search? Even this itself, even this within itself is crazy. It's not like it is is the Grand Palladium or whatever, the Hotel Rio or whatever. It's none of those big places where you will search. It's just a regular motel type of thing. So it would have been easy somehow to search. The father refused. But anyway, people went in. They turned up with nothing. I think it was said that they searched the pool 5 times, because you're getting, it's so many different accounts of this whole ordeal. They said one of the person said the pool was searched either over 3 to 5 times. And when you see the pool, which you're going to see in a little bit, when you see the pool, it's nothing that, and even the clothing that the child was wearing, it would have been, anybody would have been visible in the pool. The pool was searched and there was nothing. Yet, this little child would have turned up later on over in the pool. You will see for yourself. I would have to minimize this clip as much as possible, um, due to the nature. Eh? This little child turned up with a whole our two knees rubbed out. So it was quite evident that whether she was being pulled, dragged, like maybe this way, or she was placed, whatever. It seems like it was dragged because the knee them rub out. When I said dig out the eat out, when you fall off a bike or fall off of something and it bruise out your knee, yeah, the two knee them eating. And if that, I'm looking at and if that innocent soul was inside of that pool for all those hours, say anything that left in the water for too long, it gonna look a little whitish. It gonna water soak. When you left your chicken for long, it's going to be water soaked. You know what I mean? Not like that. Nothing like that. Guys, I'm telling you. It was also said that in one clip that the actually, let me leave that part. I was about to say the protest is still going on. The postpartum should be today. Today's Monday. I think they say that today, um, like some three different pathologists would come from different areas to take care of this thing today. And they want transparency, as much transparency as possible for this postpartum. Anyway, guys, please be advised that it no sound good and it no look good neither. But we have to do what we have to do. You understand? So work with it.
I tell him bring everybody. Straight. Where was
So before I go any further, this clip was taken from online news media out of Guyana itself, within the locality. I can't remember the name now, but this clip was taken from one of the online news media. I'm gonna try to blur things as much as possible as we go along. So bear with me, just bear with me. Um, this was after the hotel and its surrounds was set on fire, and that was when they went over, because at one point they were barred after a period of time. They said that um it was said that they were barred from even going in there, and they were told different stories, like sent the other direction. I don't know why. They were told that the child was seen going into some kind of vehicle, which it was later said that the police said they told them so. They did lie about it. I think this was one of the things that resulted after the people them demand that this man commissioner should go, because a commissioner, whatever him name, the one them in the brown uniform, them should go. No, I think the commissioner sits over all of them. Superintendent, corporal, whatever. Me don't know about the ranks them in the police. So bear with me, guys. The one that wears the brown, he's the head at that department in his region. Now, after them, I think this was one of the things that actually resulted in them requesting that he should leave. He should be sent home. Anyway, hmm, listen, this was after the hotel was set ablaze, and they eventually um pulled the baby girl from the pool. Just take a look, guys. It's very distressful. So viewer discretion is advised. want to just bring something to your attention, guys. You see how clear the pool is. Look how clear the pool is. You understand? So it's not like they had tile in the pool where would have create no kind of obscurity to so they can't see in the night or wherever time they went looking. It's crystal clear. You understand? No, look at the scene. Look at the scene. I mean, the people them have to be doing their own thing. Show me any officers anywhere around there. So it is basically the crowd that has taken over. It's many. I mean, police can't save everything. They can't not save. They can't fix everything. But in most cases, they are placed there to follow protocol in I'm trying to find the right words, guys. When it comes to events like these, situations like these, there are protocols that are supposed to be followed. Let me move this thing real quick and fast. So let me not talk. I try to blur it out as much as possible, but I want you guys to see a little bit as to what is happening. Want to I want to move it. I want to move it a little faster, guys. Let me move it a little faster, guys, because I don't like, to have it like that. Don't want no problems. All right, guys. Let me work on this quick and fast. Guys, you see how this thing is playing out? You see how this thing is playing out? Mighty God of Daniel. Let me just remove this thing. Sorry, guys. I think I let me just do this thing quick and remove it fast. All right, guys. So I want to move that from the screen. I'm sorry, it's too sad. It's a little bit too much for me. Honestly, as a mom, and I know that it might be very distressful for you guys. So let me just move that, quick and fast. You guys I have an idea now as to what I'm speaking about, what I'm saying that has happened. This is basically what we're seeing here, where the scene itself has been breached. Totally. So the citizen them and the person who you hear screaming is, I think it's the mom, it's the mother of the child and or the aunt. One of them was the aunt. So I saw the aunt, I saw the grandmother. I think I saw two aunts or something like that, and the grandma and the mother and the father. You understand? It is sad. It is sad, totally sad. The scene, number one, the way how the scene, because basically you don't know whether it was a crime, you don't know whatever it was, but in a situation like this, the video later showed the officers them on the street stand up. It's like when the mob, I want to say, when the mob came, when them come out, when the people them come out, it appears as if it's appeared as if because it was so much people, the police them decide to stand off and they did not want to. It seems so to me, when I look at it, it seems like they did not want to add any more fuel to the flame. So them just had a hands-off approach. At one point in time, a politician came and visited and she was chased. But she didn't really bite the bait. She was chased. People was basically standing up saying that they don't know what she's doing here. They don't want to see her because if it was her family, it wouldn't be this long because they're coming after the fact. Well, honestly, in a real time, I should say quite a few politicians came on the ground. I think in one of the thing I saw the what you call it, Prime Minister? in the last one of the last like after the fact, way after. These people are not gonna run come on the scene immediately. Ghana is a big place and people they about doing them thing that their way down on the Essequibo. And people now go just run come and leave them normal office. You have to think about security number one. One of the person, even a person who had a property next door after a massive explosion, one of the gas tank exploded or how many gas tank exploded. The man lost his father's entire home that was adjacent to that day. And it wasn't even insured, so that done and gone. So all of these things you have to think about, the security and everything. So honestly, people aren't gonna just run come on the scene in real time like this, even though over a period of hours these things was happening. But what I'm saying here is not gonna fix anything. It's done and it's done. What I'm saying, what I'm really looking at, honestly, guys, is the way how the officers had like too much of a hands off approach. It was as if the crowd is too much. You guys are now uncontrollable, so we are not going to add no more fuel to the flame. So no deal with it in yourself. That was the vibes that I was getting. I wish I could play more of that thing, but it's a lot of screaming and it's very distressful. I don't want no problems with this video already. You understand? It was it was a lot of information. Like on the ground, you could see the officers standing up. One of them had even a phone record, like basically doing this, recording while people walking in the brown suit, and the other one on his phone, the one that they sent home, on his phone. Talk, I mean, I don't know why I could have hearing all of that screaming and shouting, but he was on his phone, and they just stand up like last sheep. Stand up like when a sheep stray from the flock and them last and them just minding them own business. I felt very uncomfortable, like watching the whole thing played out, and just putting myself all the time in the shoes of the parents, them. The father lying on the asphalt, bawling, and the mother over there so screaming. And the officer them just stand off out there. So I know the crowd was uncontrollable because a good brand new looking truck, but see them the man them just light the truck on fire, burn up couple tire and just start to throw some bottles inside of the building itself. I'm like, yo, man running out with all mattress. The police them just stand up and watch them passing them with the mattress. Like couple, I think them said two people was arrested because them find them inside of the building itself, taking up stuff in the fire, taking up stuff. There was one clip also with them. Someone went inside the pool to take up the body to put up and that I didn't want to show. I really didn't want to show that. It's yo, like I'm reasoning with you guys one on one. Put yourself in a shoe of those grandparents or any one of the parents this morning. Like it was not so long ago, maybe about 4 weeks ago, something happened to another 11-year-old that goes to my daughter's school. And when they found her eyes were missing and a lot of other stuff, postpartum inconclusive, blah blah blah, as why here. And it led me to look deeper into things like the people them who are basically carrying out these things are people who you sleep with, people who you share the same bed, the same pillow. You drink from eat on the same table, go to the same supermarket, sit down in a church, meet up at the gas station. Normal people. Laugh, talk, pass, you say hi, or you just go about your business, you see them on the streets. And because it's now alleged that the incident with little Adriana Young, it's now alleged that this is the third person getting unalive in that hotel itself within the span of how many years. And fingers are pointing to the owner's son. But when things happen, that's allegations right now. Because I haven't seen anything that says that them physically. One of the thing I saw was that one of the hotel worker, they actually have a video with him. One of the hotel worker confessed to the hotel owner's son, allegedly. I didn't watch the video because I was so full. My heart was, you know, I'll go back and watch it and I'll update you guys. I guess it's the first you guys saw me in this kind of position, but I'm telling you the honest truth. This is a heart to heart, and we have to reason it out. We have to reason it out. Where I saw where they was saying the hotel worker confessed to um seeing the owner's son along with another worker tossing the body over inside of the pool. Body of a little Adriana over in the pool. So it seems like they probably drag her and then they throw the body over. Maybe them now want to lift her up, So then draw the body. But the funny thing is that they need even the dirt, the marks, Mr. Skid marks. Guys, I just don't want to show you this kind of video here, yeah? The skid marks on the little girl knees. Fresh. Fresh. Even though the rigor mortis was already, you know, setting in. Those of you who know what I talk about, we know. We don't have no baby watching, no under 18. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Skid marks, fresh. Skid marks meaning that the way how them draw, like the way how the knees were bruised on the flesh. Fresh. What could this little child have done? What it's like people saying, oh, sacrifice, da 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 da. Like I don't even want to hear those things, even though I know that they happen even in Jamaica because it was even last week where between that must be a pastor and a member of the church or something, something. I saw the thing in the news. No, it's not a newspaper. I saw it on a blog, somebody's blog channel on YouTube. But me a person who prefer to go to the news source, and that's why I took this clip from the news media online in Guyana. Cause me like to go to the source, even though the news can be wrong still. But me not like the water down story from the blog channel them. Mm-mm. And by the way, I'm big up to the person who owned that news media. Travis something something. Yeah, big up. You did a very good job because I've been watching your thing, your media all over. Um, don't even remember if I subscribe. Been watching it over and over. You're following, updating constantly every couple minutes, or hours. There are new, fresh information on the case. You're doing a good job, and it's quite evident that you're respected because people came up to his camera and just started to talk without him even saying a word to them. So you could tell when one is reputable in other community. And these are the kind of sources that me like to get my information from live. It is a sad situation though, guys. And it left me really appalled and thinking deep because I'm telling you now, there's always some monsters within our midst. Always. If you have 5 people, 3.5 to 4, has suffered, still is suffering, some kind of something, has passed through, still is, or is about to suffer some kind of consequence like these things here. So, are similar. There's always some monsters within our midst. What a way the world has become bitter. What a way in the world the hearts of men are cold. An 11-year-old is not the first. And I know she won't be the last because man I get more vile. I was telling you about the story that I saw on the person's blog in Jamaica with a student that that went missing or was abducted. And after they investigated was some pastor. You don't know who to trust anymore. You don't know who to trust anymore. I've seen where somebody had called in on a talk show to tell her side of a story where there was this child that was, little girl that was giving some problems at the age of 12 and she was taken to a pastor for counseling. And she became pregnant at the age of 14. And after questioning her, they found out that is the same pastor who them sent her to for counseling from the age of 12. Has been doing the do since the age of 12 instead of counseling her. And he was forced to look after her, along with the child and place her in a house or whatever, and be giving her over 30 something thousand a week or a month, I don't know. And it later turned out that by the as per the caller to the program, it was later found out that this pastor is a man who have go-go clubs and bars. So I'm not saying this to detour nobody from, because the Bible speak about the gathering of the saints. But who is a saint? Then again, who is a saint? Then again, yo, I don't really like to reason these stuff. You see me, like I love to read and understand the Bible. I crave, I yearn, and I understand. I love to follow the preachings and the teachings of the Bible. But when I hear about a pastor with go-go clubs, a pastor where have bars and pay people, has workers on the streets, who are the saints? Who are the saints really? There was this thing that another person was even saying that why. You see, I don't really like to even talk about these things, but sometimes it's very touching, because even the story of the little 12-year-old that was sent for counseling. This world is a crooked world, man. And sometimes when you see these things, when they're happening to you or whoever is around you, you wonder, man, where is God in all of this? Then again, as parents and four parents to be, it's hard to live or lead a perfect life, but you have to balance it. Because when these things start to happen, you have to remember all what used to happen in the biblical days, when cities and every body up to the babe and the suckling was wiped out. You understand? And it was because of sin. You have to say, Jaja, Jaja. It's complicated. Anyway, that still doesn't deter me from giving praise, giving thanks, as I know there's a creator. I know that I am not perfect, even though it said that the good book said that he made man according to his own likeness. Sin makes us ugly and bitter inside out, and rebel and go up against what we know that is right and just. Sin. But you see, why I choose even to be like not doing negative content, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna stand up for what is right. It may appear as if it is negative because I'm standing up for what's right. But why I choose to come and speak the truth and speak what's right and just and speak against what I know supposed to be the right, like speak against what I know is wrong and speak about what I know is supposed to be the right way, is because when I look back, you know, the more good that you do, it will be easier for your offsprings and the springs of the offsprings. Yo, I think I've said a mouthful here, guys. Let us continue to keep the families of little Adriana Young in our thoughts and our prayers, and the families of many other victims in our prayers. Let us all keep each other, because we're all scarred in one way or the other. Either we know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, who's been a victim of or still is a victim. Let us continue to love upon each other. Hmm? See you guys on the next one. If you have not liked the video as yet, please do so before you leave. If you haven't subscribed, also, please do so. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.